Miss Carly, and I am here to teach you how to make these 3D paper flowers. So what you're going to see in your craft kit is a piece of cardstock that will be your background. You'll see 4 square pieces of paper in, or actually you have 6 square pieces. 2 will be yellow and 2 will be white. And you'll have some smaller orange and yellow pieces of paper. What you're going to need are scissors, glue, and a pencil. Okay, so what we're going to do is first we are going to take one of our square pieces. You could start with either yellow or white, and then you are going to fold them in half diagonally from one corner to the other, and this will create a triangle. Then the next thing you're going to do is fold it in half again from corner to corner. You're going to want to make sure that the third tip is facing up. So you don't want to do this corner to this corner. You want to do this corner to that corner. All right, so we're going to fold it in half again. And then next thing we're going to do is let's place the triangle on the table, again with the point facing away from you. And then what we're going to do here is we are going to make our nice petal shapes. So to do that, you're going to take your pencil and starting from the corner, you're going to kind of trace a half of a petal like that. I don't know if you can see it well. And then connecting from that little corner there, you're going to do the same thing here. So, a petal like that. All right, then we are going to cut along that line that we just created. And while we're cutting that, let me tell you why I picked these flowers. So these flowers look like narcissus flowers, which are the birth flowers for December. So they're also called paper whites because they have those delicate white petals that look like paper. Okay, so here we go. This is part of our flower. When you unwrap it, there we go, beautiful popping flower. You're going to do the exact same thing with your other piece of paper. And again, if you started with white, you'll use one of the other white pieces of paper. If you're doing yellow, then do your other yellow piece of paper. All right, so fold it in half again. All right, place it on the table in front of you and make that petal shape. So trace that. So the narcissus, oh gosh, it's a hard word to say. Narcissus flower is interesting one. The name comes from a myth in Greek mythology. So the myth is that there was a man named Narcissus who fell in love with his own reflection. So he would sit by the pond to look at his reflection all day, all night. And eventually he was looking down at his reflection so much he turned into a narcissus flower. And that's how we get the name. And the reason these flowers are named after that myth are because you can often see them drooping down towards the ground, almost as if they are looking at their own reflection in a pond. All right, so next thing we're going to do is we are going to glue these together like that. Okay, so let's glue the middle of one of them, and then we will stick it, and you're going to want to make sure that the petals are staggered like that, so it almost kind of makes a star shape, kind of like this. All right, so then hold that down while it dries, and then next thing you're going to do is you're going to glue the bottom of this one, and you're going to stick it anywhere on your cardstock because that's your background. All right, so next thing we're going to do is we are going to make the 3D middles of your flowers. All right, so you can take your smaller orange or yellow piece of paper. I'm gonna do orange. And what we're gonna do first is we are going to fold it in half like that. Let's see, fold it in half like this. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to make cuts on the folded side here. Okay, so we're gonna cut them about halfway. We're gonna make sure we have enough space here because we are going to use this to glue at one point. Okay, so it's gonna be cut kind of wide, not too wide, and only halfway like that. Okay, so we're gonna keep making these cuts. While we do that, I'll tell you that the narcissus flowers represent rebirth, hope, and new beginnings. Alright, so it's going to look like this when you're done cutting like that. So then the next thing you're going to want to do is this bottom that we left for glue. We're going to glue the two ends together so that it just stays better. So let's do that. Okay. Alright, so now it's going to stay together better. And the next thing you're going to do is we have to roll it up in a circle like this. So you're just going to apply glue on one end, and then we are going to roll it up and stick that end here. Hold it down for a little bit to make sure it glues. And another fact about these flowers is that in Victorian times, giving this flower as a gift meant that you were giving it to someone who you loved unconditionally. All right, now kind of what we're going to do is we want to push down on each individual petal to kind of give it more of a 3D effect, kind of get those loops, bring those loops out. All right, so giving someone a bouquet of narcissus flowers means that you are expressing unconditional love, and that's similar to giving a single flower. You're showing that person that they are your only love, the true love. All right. So the next thing we're going to do after we pop these petals is we're going to make tiny cuts on the bottom, which is why we had to leave some room open. And they're going to be maybe 4 or 5 tiny cuts. So that what we're going to do with this is we are going to fold these flabs, these tabs back to kind of create a surface that we can apply glue on. Okay, so we've got these little cuts. Now we are going to push them like that so that they create like a solid bottom that we can put glue on and then stick in the middle of our flower. All right, so here's the bottom that we're going to put glue on. So go ahead, put some glue on that bottom, and then stick it right in the middle of your flower here. And now you have a 3D flower. Make sure you hold it down for a little bit so that you hold the glue. Alright, so now that you know how to make one, you can take your other 2 colors and you can repeat all of those steps, and then you can glue it anywhere you want on your background until you create a scene of flowers just like this. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed making 3D flowers with me. I hope you guys have a great day.